So Nana and I thought we would make a stop somewhere.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Gardening 2023, well underway around here on the 9 acres. It already has been going, but we're gonna get a lot done today. Don't you think, Mom?
I hope so.
I hope we get a lot done today. Sun's out, it's beautiful. It's time to grow. We've already got the raised beds planted up front.
Yep.
We're going to give you a little update on one of those raised beds already, guys. It's already going to work.
It is.
Show you what else we got going on.
We'll probably make some more raised beds too.
We'll probably end up making some more raised beds. We're going to put in a lot of work today because we're getting ready for the Mid-American YouTube meetup in Lake Tenkiller.
Yes.
So we're going to be gone for a weekend. So it's going to take out part of what we can get done.
Yeah.
So stick around. We're going to do some garden work today. Thought maybe we'd bring you along. So around here, this year we're taking a little different approach, being that our year's kind of getting started off a little later than what we wanted to, between the cold weather, the dry weather, busyness at work. So we did get some starts. There were some starts on sale at our local greenhouse for really cheap. And so we're going to get some of those started. Plus, we are going to succession plant. So we're going to go ahead and plant some direct sow seeds so that we can extend that growing season for all of those. So Nana and I are really trying to get a lot of the garden started today, and then we will continue as we go through the summer, keep bringing you garden updates. 2023 we are planning on putting way more of our produce up ourselves, through canning, freezing, dehydrating. So we're planning on putting quite a bit into the gardens, just putting starts so we can get a kickstart going, plus putting seeds in. So hopefully we won't have as dry of a year this year. We're gonna hope, and hopefully we can produce it for an extended amount of time this year. So if you're like us, we have chickens, we have an abundance of eggs. Yes. We've been trying to utilize those eggs. So we boiled a whole bunch of them to make pickled eggs, make egg salad like the video that I brought for the collaboration, Spring Salads. But what do you guys do with the shells? Well, you should be keeping all of your egg shells and drying them down. So we dried them down. We actually put them in this tub and set them outside in the sun, and we let nature take its course. Yeah. Now Nana's going to crush them up, and she's going to amend our soil with it to add calcium to our soil and our nutrients.
Yeah, when I plant the tomatoes,
below the tomatoes, she's going to put a handful down there to help with that. She's going to sprinkle some on top of the soil. Actually, we're going to try to bury most of it so that we can keep the critters out of our gardens. But
we
really
still have one chicken running around. We need to get her caught.
Yeah, Nana, with feeling sorry for the chickens, she lets them out because they need to be out and wander until it comes time to garden.
Yes.
Then it's like we need to catch them because
we had a chicken catching party last night.
Yep, we had a chicken wrangling last night, and we caught all of them but 2. We got one sitting on a nest of eggs. We're gonna let her broody. We're gonna let her try to hatch those eggs, and then we've got a game chicken that we call Speck around here.
And she's roosts out in the tree, so
she's just kind of a fixture. And really, I don't mind her as long as she don't start digging up our garden.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of cool to have around, and she helps keep down the bugs in the yard and stuff like that. So I'm okay if she's running loose. So Nana's going to get to planting on tomatoes. I've got one more. So we're going to try something new this year from our friend Ginger over at Not For Nothing Homestead. she suggested that she has seen a lot of people try the square tomato cages. Last year, if you remember, I put up this trellis out of old hog panels, and they worked well for our tomatoes, but as you can see from all the random string on it everywhere, Nana was constantly having to tie the tomato plants to it, tie them up, tie them up, tie them up, and it just got to be a lot of work at the end of the day. But it works great for cucumbers. I mean, they just latch on and they're gone. And we're going to plant some loofahs, so we know it'll work well for them also. So instead, we decided we're going to move our tomatoes from these raised beds, and we're going to move them over to these tubs. And we are trying these square tomato cages instead of those round, like these things that fall apart and carry on. We don't like those.
We'll try them.
We're going to try these square ones and see if we like them this year. If they don't work, I mean, they were like under $4 a piece at the local farm supply store. So we're going to try them and see where we end up.
Okay, so we're getting ready to plant our tomatoes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pinch these little limbs off here. Maybe.
Why you do that, Lisa?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you doing that?
Oh, why am I doing that? Because I'm gonna plant it down in the ground, down farther. And I mean, I'm gonna plant it up to like here, and roots will grow from all along there.
All these little hairs along the side, they'll grow roots. So we're going to end up with only like this much green sticking out.
And it'll make it a healthier root system.
We'll have a healthier root system that way. And as it grows, Nana will trim off, Lisa will trim off these suckers to get it to grow some height and get some stem grown to it, so it isn't weak and spindly when it starts fruiting. So again, she went ahead and put some of those eggshells down in there. We'll throw a little dirt over the top of those.
There's already dirt there.
There's dirt there.
I should have went in through the top.
You should have went a deeper hole, huh, Nana?
I know. I can do it.
She's gonna dig a little deeper, dig a little more out there.
That's the best part of gardening, is getting dirty, right?
I guess.
Not deep enough yet.
Oh, that'll be good.
Aw.
Oh no.
I know. I'm gonna kill it. No, I'm not gonna kill it.
There you go. So now, that's kind of what we're talking about, except for the next one, we'll probably...
I'm gonna dig it deeper to begin with.
Yep.
There.
That's okay. It'll be fine.
It will. She'll be okay.
And what kind is this one?
This one is...
This one's going to be a Cherokee Purple. This will be our first time planting Cherokee Purple, so we're kind of excited to try it.
Yeah.
So far, we've got a Cherokee Purple. Nana's got it. Then we've got, let's see here. This was a Abe Lincoln. We've got an Abe Lincoln here. And then it makes sense to me that she did this because Arkansas is straight due east from us. So due east, this is the farthest one to the east. And she put an Arkansas Traveler right there. Now what I'm gonna work on is this bed down here is where I had kale last year. It works really good. It gets the perfect amount of sunlight. And then as it gets extreme hot, late afternoon, it starts getting shaded. So my kale lasted a long time this year without getting bitter. It was clear into late August before it started getting really bitter. So I'm gonna plant it here again. And I need to work up this bed. And I've got some starts. I'm gonna go ahead and plant in it so we can get it going. ground worked up a little bit. That's the nice thing about these raised beds is they sure work up really easy and quick. We've got enough compost in them. It's quick. Let me grab some starts. Now, in the last few years, I've really grew to be a fan of Prism Kale. Our local greenhouse on this Prism Kale I'm not saying prison, I'm saying Prism Kale. They offer, or they sell me this for like $1 for a 6-pack of starts. So I about can't sprout it and grow it myself here. I don't have a greenhouse yet for what I can buy it for, and I got guaranteed starts that's already taken off, and within just a couple weeks we're harvesting and eating off of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant some of this. I've got 2 flats of it. That'll pretty much fill up this one bed. As always, kind of tease the roots before you try to break them up a little bit. Tease them. I like to give them a little squish. Go ahead and get it planted down in there firm. I like about the width of my hand between them. I'm intentionally leaving space back here along the trellis because we're going to plant cucumber or loofah or something here to climb this trellis. Last year we had tomatoes there, and I explained earlier how we're trying to do something different with the tomatoes, and we're going to let that really vining crop go ahead and climb this. So I'm going to kind of intentionally leave an area back there for whatever crop Nana and I decide to plant here pretty quick. So now that bed, I've got my kale all planted in that bed. Now, what do I do after I get that planted? And I'm gonna wait until Nana and I decide what we're gonna plant back here at the back of the trellis. Not only do I water it in real good, but I also use fish emulsion and go ahead and feed all of that with some fish emulsion. It's going to go through a little stress when I transplant it into there, and hopefully it'll give it a boost. That's what I did last year, and it worked really well. So we're going to do that again. Of course, we fed this bed, if you guys remember, earlier this fall with chicken manure, compost, and it works real well. So it's already got some extra nitrogen in it. I just like giving it that extra boost. Maybe go ahead and get that kale to shoot. And don't be afraid if those leaves on those starts are kind of yellow towards the bottom and stuff. Go ahead and just pinch those off. Make sure you got 3 or 4 at the top so it can go ahead and photosynthesize and everything. And it'll promote growth out of it that way. Don't be afraid to go ahead and pinch those off. So for this year, we're going to try something new here on the 9 acres. We're trying some purple kale. We haven't ever tried purple kale before. The lady at the greenhouse says, ooh, I'd try some purple because then you can mix it together and everything. So we're going to try it, see if we like it. We don't even know if we like it. It's only 6 plants. It doesn't take up much space. Maybe somebody at Farmer's Market will like it if we don't. And I went ahead and planted 1 zucchini down there. They don't get along. Oh well. Nana wanted me to make sure and tell you we're planting loofahs here and here. So by the kale there and by the kale and zucchini over here. She's pretty excited about her loofahs. Well, this is a pretty busy time. So till next time, you guys make sure you come back. We're going to do this in 2 or 3 parts, kind of like we said we were doing with the front gardens before. And there's more going on up there. So until next time, Farm on.
Keep strong,
We love you.
and so does God.